These are soft. They use a pre-made an engine that was built here, like a very simplified. No. So that one is electronic editor.
Yeah.
That one is made by the previous faculty member. So it's just like a very skeletal engine they use. And it renders for them. Has basic stuff set up for them.
Yeah.
I can just use that, so they don't have to worry about
So
graphics.
they made two applications, the game and then the map editor.
Oh yeah. So they also made a map editor.
That's perfect.
All right, let's go, my little buddy.
Hello, we are Team Honeybread. I'm Minzy Kim, who is producer.
I'm Wonjae Jeong, graphic designer.
I'm Giano, who made the kind of the some parts of the engine and game designer.
I'm Hee-jae Kwon. I'm a physics director.
I'm Stuart Andrew. I work mainly on the engine architecture and the in-game editing tools.
So, first of all, our basic concept is protect the planet from the safe enemy based on each level. This is our main character, the bunny, who needs to kill the enemy to make planet alive. And if the user cannot defend, then seed enemy will inhale the planet's health, which means the user loses in this game.
For this section, we are going to talk about the survey and feedback. After last presentation, we have been done the playtest every week. Therefore, we could get a lot of feedback from people, and which makes our game very improved. So we brought some major feedbacks. This one is the first major problem for the health data, and because they don't know how much life our planet have, even though texture have been changed, they didn't notice. So we added the health bar, like this picture, for each planet. The second problem was the HUD, that user gets a lot of information from HUD. So most of the time they get data from HUD that will represent how much enemies are left, or how much waves are left. So we have been changed like wave HUD or enemy HUD, and this is the energy special mode for the little bunny. And every time they get to the next each level, they can see the goal of each stage. The last one is the special mode that sometimes people doesn't know how to use or why this is useful. So we made some little explanation, such as this picture. And then the next one is the gameplay. We better to watch with this one.
So this is our game's main menu, but which is also working with the tutorial for the player's control. With this screen, player can see the keyboard input, keyboard control key for the player bunny, or see the gamepad control. So, and bunny can jump between the planet with a space bar, as you can see. And there are rockets, so you can like it with an S key. For this presentation, we just start our game, so go to the start planet, and if you collide with the sign, you can see the A key. If you press A key, the game will restart. There's some main goal of our game, which we explained in the presentation. This is the first level, which is for the explain player to how to play our game. As you can see, enemy seeds are flying to the planet and move around the planet. So if you do a body slam to him, he will fly away. And if you kill all of the enemy, you can go to the next level. This is level 2 for our game. And there are something new features for the rocket launcher, which you already see in the main menu. So there are two kinds of the cluster. We try to make a cluster with a similar color or similar concept. So you can see that kind of things in here. All of our main features are explaining of the other features are done. So just go to the level 3. So this is our final stage. There are 5 kinds of the waves which you can see with the HUD which is on the top of our screen. And there are 3 kinds of the clusters. So just play our game the first time.
We're just trying to get the special mode to load up so we can show you how it is.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yes. Finally, we get our gauge full.
Sorry.
So if that gauge is full, the body can change it to the Iron Man, kind of the Iron Man. with some special AA and can attack can shift the pounding to the planet and kill the other enemies on the planet. Yes, that's it. So we will just shut down our game now. But if you really want to play this really awesome, great game, please come to our open play test on the Tuesday. So you can play it there. Then that's all of our game. Thank you.
Is there more?
Yes.
Presentation? Okay.
So we just filled, for most of the sections, we filled out the scores based on the feedback we've had from playtesters. So far, most people have said they've liked the game, even though at the beginning it was like the goal wasn't very clear, so we worked on that. Now people are having more fun. Some are even finding it addictive, which is good. Next testing. We are not doing formal testing more than once a week, but I mean we're doing it once a week, but not more. So that's one why we only have 0%. All these are correct. We've had good feedback on the aesthetics of the game. So far, people have thought it looks cute or cool, so that's a plus. Always a plus. We finally now have sound, which was something we were missing for a long time. So we have music and sound effects. And then this is up to you, Judge. So far, we're getting along as a team. And things are going along nicely. And that's why we have a great score of 98%.
Oh, wait, no, go back.
Go back.
It starts from 75%.
Right. Mixing stuff in my head. Is that right?
Yeah, plus 10 for the team size, but we are 5 members, so
We are just start from 75%.
Okay.
We can count them afterwards if you want.
Figure it out later. Make sure it makes sense.
The future plan now. At the first time we developed, we thought enemies will be spread out and destroy the planet. Therefore, we are going to put those kind of works, and another one is create an arrow to notice the danger of the planet. The one thing that we worried if the user could get boring because of because of same situation occurs and same goals that they have to make. Therefore, we are going to have conversation after the public playtest to organize what contents should we need more to make game more interesting.
And this is our
Thank
that
you.
was our
Thank you our presentation.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm wondering about what was the Power Ranger button. How what button can really impact on the gameplay? Because like when we see the field of enemies and Power Bunny's time really seems really small.
The enemies will be increases.
Number of the enemy will be
Yeah,
increased.
This
the
is
game
the
isn't
first-
very well balanced at the moment.
Yeah.
So we're going to
Yeah.
increase the number of
You
enemies.
have to play here.
We need to more match the balances. So
You will be usually at like the later levels, you'll have so many enemies on the screen that you'll have a hard time following. And
So
you'll need
with
that.
that really small time of
Yeah.
time you can actually destroy the really large amount of enemies.
But yeah, just all work on balance. Any other questions?
What did you use to make the music?
The music.
So the contents or the pro.
Play the music or
Talk about the assets,
Yeah,
music
assets.
assets. How you making your music assets?
So background music.
These
DigiPen.
This best.
On the
Yeah,
it was your
We just
Yeah, it was very good.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay, some feedback. Just as actually his first question, actually connects with what I'm about to give you as advice for next time. I felt the demo had a lot of kind of waiting. Although it was, all of them were short. It wasn't like, oh, we have to sit here because, oh, wait, guys, I have to fix something. It was like a lot of micro waiting. So I feel like the presentation could have been probably chopped down by 30% if it was a bit more smoother. So introducing the menu, I felt the explanation was a bit longer, more than necessary, because we are visually seeing a lot of it, because we cut down. The other one is, don't forget, add cheat codes, because, like, oh, I gotta charge up, Iron Bunny, and we were just kind of like, okay, it's like, we're almost there. Instead, just, do something to purposely make force ways the enemies to show up, or increase your Iron Bunny, or make it automatically happen, just so we don't have to wait for certain things to see for the future. Because essentially he was like, well, what's the Iron Bunny for? So you can purposely have like cheat codes, like okay, large wave of enemies, force the Iron Bunny, and then show like I can just shake an entire planet and get rid of all these bad guys at once. When it comes to actually, first thing is any major features or bugs still that are missing or causing a big problem?
Not at all.
Okay, because I think at this point for you guys, you can almost essentially clamp down on features. Actually, I realized what happened with particle systems.
So
It's been in there for a long time, but
it works. It works, but I mean, there's one. It's not used. I mean, it's there's not just not being used as much because
Okay.
it was buggy. It's been fixed.
okay.
Yesterday.
Yes. All right. So if all features are essentially done, I essentially want you guys to focus more on shifting into content creation, polish, thinking about aesthetics when it comes to music, sounds, and the artwork. A lot of it right now, I mean, they're all pretty good quality separately, but I feel like things are not meshing together. So the music is nice, but it doesn't seem to fit with the art theme. Right now it might be the projector, but I don't think so. It looks like you changed the planet colors,
Yeah.
right? So right now the bunny suit is white,
And the pants are white.
kind of white. It's just kind of just these ears moving around, right?
It's ninja bunny.
But of course it washes out in the projector,
But it is still very pale.
okay, yeah. So try to consider that now. Now start thinking about aesthetics, right? Usually the hero or the antagonist, protagonist has a very should have color scheme that sticks out from the others, and then other things kind of have their own little color unique color scheme to help differentiate themselves. But other than that, yeah, I mean that's it. So the advice is just figure out how to reduce these little micro weights that have happened all across your presentation and just make it more streamlined in your presentation.
Question.
Yes.
If it works that way. The first team spent quite some time talking about their tools and their engine, and we didn't do that. Should we be doing that?
No, I mean essentially at this point it's okay. You don't have to.
Because
Yeah. So
we
yeah.
we used to do that at the very beginning, showing the tools we made, and then we stopped doing it because.
Yeah, I mean, at this point now we're kind of focusing more. I mean, now it's more if you are going to show the tools, it's because it's designed for users.
Okay.
But in the last presentation, though, we're definitely going to do larger blocks
Okay.
of time for each team. So it is to show everything. So you're going to have like 20 minutes to half an hour block. So that includes presentation, feedbacks, and everything else. So the last presentation is going to be pretty big. Okay. All right. Anything for anyone else?
Just one quick thing. I really liked that your main menu puts you onto a level. That's I think that was a very cool choice. One little small thing, you introduced the jumping, the space. When you jump to the first planet, it's to the exit. Is that right?
Yeah.
Not a big thing, but if you want people to stay in your game, maybe not try to forward them to the exit right away.
Far away.
Yeah. So maybe switch exit and options.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
But-
probably is a good idea.
Really cool. Like that.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Miru.